Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do one of my favourite breakfast sandwiches, and that is the Korean toast. This sandwich is epic. You're going to love it.
Let's go.
And this is one of my favourite breakfast sandwiches I think I found. And the great thing is, it's really cost effective, it's super tasty, and most of the ingredients are probably going to be in your fridge. As long as you've got some bread, eggs, some vegetables, and sugar, believe it or not, then you're in luck. No mucking around, let's jump straight into the recipe because I'm starving and I'm sure you want to see how it's made. I've done it my way as well, a few tweaks. Okay, let's start off with the filling. And for this, we're going to need 1 egg, a lovely fresh crispy cabbage, a white onion. Like I said, to start off with, it's a bit like making coleslaw, so we're going to get a cabbage, an onion, and we're going to shred that up. I'm going to use a Chinese mandolin, but you can just shred it by hand. If you haven't got one of these, don't worry, just do it by hand, nice and fine. If you have got one, as always, watch your fingers, that's pretty sharp. Okay, so first off, we're going to shred up the cabbage. Just going to cut that in half. Get rid of any dangly leaves, just because they don't get rid of mandolin very well. But keep these, you can use these for kimchi, salads, don't throw it away. Worst case, you can go on the compost. So I'm just going to give myself a nice flat surface so it slides down a mandolin nice and easy. If you're not using a mandolin, just chop away. And of course, if you have a safety guard, it's always best to use it. And that's what we're looking for, some really nicely finely chopped cabbage. And now we're going to peel the onion, top and tail it to give a nice flat edge, put the onion nice and steady, cut it in half, discard the skin. I'm putting this straight into the compost heap, and then I'm slicing the onion with the cabbage so it's the same thickness to give myself a really nice fine shredded slaw. Now, adding the onion into the cabbage, I'm going to take a chopstick and mix this up in a classic style, cracking 1 egg into the vegetables. It may not seem like enough egg, but once you've mixed those vegetables around with the egg, you'll see that it's just the right amount to bind all those vegetables together. Now I'm going to add a little bit of chopped cilantro, coriander in English. If you don't like it, don't add it, it's optional. Right, so I'm going to chop that up, and then that is going to go into my egg mix, because I like the flavour. Now for the sandwich, you can use square bread, but I use a little brioche round bun like this. And so to cook the eggs, I've got myself one of these little round pans. The good thing about this, when it cooks, it's the same size as the bun, so it fits nicely into the sandwich. If you use a square bread, you can just fry the eggs in a frying pan and then go straight into the square bread, but I like the precise OCD-ness of this because the egg fits perfectly into the bun. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of salt into my cabbage and egg mix just to season it. And now just before we cook this off, I'm just going to get the bread ready. We need to butter the bread to get a nice golden finish on it. So we're going to butter the bread and get the eggs and the cabbage cooking. And now for the brioche. We're going to give each side of the brioche a really nice buttering right to the edges because we want a really nice caramelization when it goes in the pan. And now I'm going to spark up 2 gases, 1 large frying pan, and that's for the brioche, and then a small gas, that's where our small pan's going to go to cook our eggs. And now to the small pan, we're going to add some rosemary and garlic oil just to give it a little greasing and to add some flavour. Once the pan has heated up, we're going to slowly and carefully add the eggs and the shredded cabbage and onions to the pan. You want a low gas heat or a low electric heat for this, so the eggs don't burn on the bottom. You want a nice gentle cooking so it cooks all the way through. And then once they're in, we're going to use a chopstick just to pat it down, just to give ourselves a really nice shape. And then once it's patted down, after a couple of minutes, you can give it a little shake and then toss the omelette over onto the other side or use a spatula to turn it over carefully. And now the omelette's flipped, we've got like 2 minutes for it to finish cooking. In that 2 minutes, let's toast off the brioche buns. And while we're doing this, give the brioche a little move around to make sure they don't stick. And while the brioche buns are gently warming through and toasting, we're going to top the egg with caster sugar. This is what they do in Korea. This is part of the recipe. Caster sugar on top of the omelette. Trust me, it works. Now we're going to top this with American cheese. It needs to be American cheese to get that really nice creamy texture at the end. Checking the buns. And look at them. Brown, caramelized, crispy, buttery, soft brioche. Perfect for our breakfast sandwich. Now they're toasted, we're going to turn the heat off and just leave them in a nice warm pan. It's time to assemble our breakfast bap. Okay, so here we go. Taking a plate and taking the base of the bap, we're going to put some more caster sugar onto that. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it really works. Now I'm topping that with a nice, decent mayonnaise. And this is my little addition. Isn't normally in a Korean toast, but I like to put it in there. This is my homemade kimchi. For the recipe, I'll put the tag up here. but I think it adds a real bit of spice. Now on top of that, we're going to slide our nice hot vegetable omelette covered in cheese. And here's another little addition that I put on that sometimes isn't normally found in a Korean toast. I'm going to make a little coleslaw with the shredded cabbage, some onion, to which I'm seasoning with a little bit of salt and the squeeze of half a lime. Now, gently mixing that together, I'm going to use that straight away so it's nice and fresh within the burger. Now, on top of that cheesy omelette, we're going to put a bit more mayonnaise. That mayonnaise is going to add a little bit of creaminess, a bit like egg mayonnaise. That's the theory. Now, on top of that, we're going to add some of the homemade hot sauce, recipe here. And to top that, a good mound of our homemade lime slaw is going on top of that. And now for that warm brioche toasted lid. Can you guess? Yes, more caster sugar. I know. More mayonnaise, luxurious, and then followed by some more hot sauce. And now this is going to top our burger beautifully. And there we have it, my version of a beautiful Korean toast. A homemade vegetable omelette, hot sauce, mayonnaise, caster sugar, and warm toasted brioche, and a bit more lime to make it look cool. Okay, moment of truth. Let's dive in to this absolute bad boy. Here we go. I'm so hungry, I'm looking forward to this. You would love this, mate. A little bit of spice, crunchy from the vegetables. People of Korea, well done. Now that's a breakfast sandwich. Sorry mum, talking with a mouthful. Let me try again. People of Korea, that is a masterpiece. Thank you for your gift to the world. Next time you're hungry and it's breakfast time and you've got a few ingredients in the cupboard, make sure you give this sandwich a try. It's absolutely incredible. That was delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe if you haven't done already. I much appreciate it. Ping, 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 just down there in your backs. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. And if you love brunch, please watch this video next. This is my crab benedict. This is a crumpet, toasted brown crab butter, poached eggs, white crab meat, and hollandaise sauce. Go and check it out. I'll see you in the next video. Take care now, bye.